Top three mistakes most professionals make while they speak in a meeting. Now, understand communication is a very dynamic process. So, while we speak, there is always a probability that we may make mistakes. It is something very common to us. However, through proper practice and proper work practicing that, we can reduce our mistakes in terms of communication, in terms of speaking in interviews. So today, let me share with you the three mistakes that we can reduce or to an extent avoid also if possible. So what is the first mistake that we come across? The first mistake is over explaining simple points. Now what exactly it is? So let's say I have to speak on a certain topic, and in that topic there are 5 to 7 different subtopics. Instead of focusing on every subtopic, I keep on focusing on only one subtopic and keep on explaining it over and over again. So I'm not moving to the other subtopics. I'm just focusing on one subtopic and I'm explaining it over and over again. So this is something that we can reduce. As I always say, communication is a dynamic process. We can always make some mistakes here and there, which is okay. However, we need to reduce the errors or the mistake. So what we can do is we can speak in bullets and keep it crisp to the point. So let's say there is a topic I have to speak on, and in that topic there are subtopics, 5 different subtopics. So I will have a bullet pointer list of all the 5 subtopics. So once I complete one subtopic, I move to the next subtopic. Once I complete the next subtopic, I move to the third one. So this is how I move sequentially. This will help me to speak better. And instead of over explaining one point, I'll be able to capture all the points. So this is the first mistake that many of us come across while we speak in a meeting. The second one, now using fillers. What exactly is a filler? Sometimes we also call it crutch words. Now, what exactly is a crutch word? Some unnecessary sounds or repetition of words. For example, okay, okay, actually, basically. Understand everyone has fillers. Now, this is quite common also. It is not that there is no person, I believe, in this world who can claim he never faces challenge of fillers. We all have some amount of fillers. However, the amount of fillers should be less as possible. If it is less than 1% or 2%, it's good enough. Some fillers here and there, no problem. If the number of fillers, these unnecessary sounds are okay, okay, are actually basically, if it keeps on increasing, that is a red flag. That is something we need to reduce, because while you are speaking in a meeting, if you have multiple fillers, people will not be attracted towards what you are speaking. So reduce your fillers and it will be good for you to speak, and the audience will also absorb what you are sharing. So how you do that? As you can see on the screen, you can pause, you can breathe, take a pause. So at any point you feel that the filler will come up, just take a slight pause, a short pause, or if required, a long pause. Just calm down, take a breath, and then replace that filler with a silence, slight silence, and just move ahead. This will sound more powerful. So instead of saying, my name is, instead of this, I can do like this. My name is, then I continue. I'm an English communications trainer, and I face challenges. Instead of this, I can say I am a English communications trainer, and I train people on public speaking. Now, if you see, there is a very tactful pause here, a very tactful pause that I did. Why I did that pause? To reduce my filler. As I always say, that everyone has some amount of fillers, which is okay. We always have some slip of the tongue, which is absolutely fine, no problem. But we need to focus on reducing the number of fillers. So this is the second mistake many of us come across, which we call fillers or crutch words. What is the third mistake? As you see on the screen, speaking too softly or too fast. Well, understand everyone has their natural flow of speaking. Some people are very slow, some people are very fast, some go at a more moderate pace. However, whatever pace you pick up, Don't try to be too fast and don't be too soft also in your sound. If your voice is not audible, the other person may feel that what you are speaking, you are not very convinced with your own idea. People might not be very convinced because the voice is on a lower side. So you should have some voice. It should be impactful. Your voice should be impactful, and don't try to speak too fast. Slightly, if you're fast, it's absolutely fine, no problem. However, it should not be I want to speak very fast because I want to impress the audience. It is just, you don't have to do this. Just go at a normal pace, at a normal flow. Okay. So what you can do, control your pace, go at a natural pace, which is comfortable for you to speak, which is comfortable for the listener also. Use certain pauses, strategic pauses here and there, you can use it, and do speak with confidence. The voice should come from the lungs. The voice should come from the lungs. Okay, the air, it should come out. You should sound impactful. Today I'm facing a meeting, I'm sharing my presentation. Now, if you notice here, I'm going very soft, very soft. The other person might not be very interested. Oh my god, this guy is so soft, he's just not confident with what he is speaking. So as I said, you should have certain amount of voice clarity and confidence as well as conviction in your voice, so it should sound very impactful. As well as go with a normal pace, not too fast, not too slow. Okay, it will be good for you. And these are the three mistakes that I just shared with you, which you can work on it. Again, as I always say, communication is not something what we call 2 plus 2 has to be 4. 2 plus 2 can always be 22. That's absolutely fine. This is not mathematics, this is communication. Remember, in communication you improve the good points and reduce the errors that keep on coming up. It comes with practice, it comes with speaking multiple times, it comes with facing the audience, it comes with interacting with others. So these were the few things that I just shared with you, and if you found it impactful, if you found it very impactful, you can do share your comments below, and I'd love to read your comments. If you're still struggling to speak, at the bottom you will find a QR code. You can scan that QR code and you can connect with my team as well if you want more support from us to help you in speaking better. So see you again. Till then, take care. Bye bye.